Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome back to the channel and a new fitness program review that we have for today. Hope you're all staying safe out there. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now, but for the review, we are tackling Renaissance Periodization's gym-free program that is on the ticket for today. I need to stretch more. All right, so Renaissance Periodization's gym-free program. Bottom line up front, great program for those who want to do one at home. It's perfectly effective, perfectly safe, but I do have a couple things that I want to provide for feedback on it, and I will get onto that a little later. But first, Renaissance Periodization themselves, for anybody who doesn't know, they are a company that specializes primarily in online coaching, fitness coaching. So you sign up for however long, 3 months, 6 months, whatever, you're assigned a specific coach from their staff, and they help you reach your fitness goals, whatever they are. Gain muscle, lose weight, whatever. Prepare for a contest, whatever it is, they help you out with it. So it was founded by Nick Shaw and Dr. Mike Israel. Now, I don't know much about Nick Shaw. However, I have met Dr. Israel a few times. I've talked with him a little bit, and I have been to a number of his lectures at a few conferences and seminars here and there as well. Really, really smart guy. Basically the foremost authority, one of the foremost authorities on hypertrophy, getting as much muscle as possible. He knows just about everything there is to know for putting on muscle. So, really great guy to have on their staff. And then if you look actually at the rest of their staff, it's made up by doctors, PhDs, a couple of guys with masters, registered dietitians. So basically, if you sign up for one of the services, you're going to be in good hands. And I have no doubt that any of their templates as well, like the one I reviewed, like I've seen, is quite good as well. Now, getting on to the program itself. So when you go to the product page, you're seeing a couple things first. You'll see what you'll get with it, and I'll go over that in just a second. And then they also have a brief FAQ, frequently asked questions. Basically, how do you determine what weight to use? How do you know how many days a week to use this program for? What's the purpose of this program? And a few other things. Now, that question they ask you for how many days a week are you going to work out for, that's important for them to answer, and I'm glad that they did, because they ask you two questions when you sign up for the program or when you go to purchase it. They ask you how many days a week do you want to use the program for, and also are you a man or a woman. So if you don't know how many days a week you want to do it, they basically help you determine that, which is as many as you often can commit to. So once you answer those two questions, you're actually given four things: the program itself, an orientation sheet, an FAQ sheet, and a tracking sheet. Now, the orientation sheet, that one provides just some brief overview of the program itself, along with how to determine how much weight to use in the first week, along with weeks 2 and beyond, along with a few other basic information you need to complete the program. The FAQ sheet answers any common questions that you might have. It answers just about all of them, although there are a couple that I think it should have included. I'll go over that later. And then the tracking sheet, this was actually really nice for them to include, because you can keep track each week, each session, how much weight and how many reps you completed per exercise and per set. So this is a good way to keep track of your progress and make sure you are shooting for the set number of reps that you should be with the weight that you should be. And you're not just sticking with the same weight, same reps week after week after week. So you're actually making progress. So it's great for them to include this. Now, the program itself, I can't actually show you the one that I got just because of copyright laws, but on the product page there, they do show you a sample exercise, a sample sheet of day one, and is actually fairly similar to what I got. So it starts off with showing you to do a 20-minute warm-up, and then it goes into the first exercise and all the exercises after that. And you can see for each exercise there, it shows you a couple things. It shows you how many sets to do. It shows you the exercise itself, basically the technique, and if you look closely, you'll see there's a watch how button. If you click on that, it will take you to a video that shows you the exact technique that you should be doing for the exercise, and those videos are narrated by Dr. Mike Israel himself. So you have a really smart guy who knows technique telling you how to do it properly. Then it also tells you how much to rest between each set. So these first 3 exercises, for example, are what they call myo reps. So for these, you actually just do your set, your first one, whatever weight that you need to use. You then rest for 3 to 5 deep breaths, and then that's it. You just go right into the next set after that. So it's very short rest periods, and you actually do the exercise to failure. Once you do those 3 exercises, then you get into a series of supersets, whether it be 2 or 3, it depends on which day it is, which program you get. And with that, it's the same similar thing. You're given the same technique demonstration, and you also have to take it to failure for each of the sets, and you're also shown how many sets to do for each of those. And again, it's short rest periods between each superset. This, I think, is a really effective way to do the program because it keeps you moving all the time. It definitely provides a great stimulus, especially since you're taking everything to failure, and research has shown constantly now that if you're doing something at home, especially with body weight or a low amount of weight, such as a light dumbbell, you gotta take it to failure. Otherwise, you're not going to get much of a stimulus if you just do like 8 to 10 reps of something. So with that said, they did good programming there. Also, I believe the program is perfectly safe. They definitely, again, know what they're doing when it comes to programming, especially with Dr. Mike Israel as their head of sports science. I'm assuming he touches base with pretty much every program template that they sell. So it's very good. You're not going to have any problems with it. Having said that, I do have a little bit of feedback for the program. There's a couple things I think they should have done a little bit differently or should have included that they didn't. The first is that I think they should have asked you more questions when you sign up for the program. Just asking you how many days a week you want to work out and whether you're a man or woman, I don't think that's really necessarily enough. Not enough to know about that person that's signing up for it, and it's certainly not personalized like they claim it is. I think they really should have asked a couple more questions, such as what their training history was, if they have any diseases or illnesses, anything like that, if they have any injuries, or if they have any issues with specific joints, like if they have any shoulder issues, flexibility issues, anything like that. They could have made it, again, multiple choice like they do for the other 2 questions, and then just base the program off of those answers that they've chose. Also, on the program itself, it shows you to do a 20-minute warm-up. I think they should have gone into more detail for that warm-up. It's extremely important to warm up before you exercise, and my general rule of thumb is that I do a couple types of warm-ups. I actually do 2 phases of warm-ups. So the first is a general warm-up, which is 5 to 10 minutes of just getting my heart rate up. So with a stair machine, with running, jogging, or swimming, whatever it is you want to do, just get your heart rate up, and then you go into 5 to 10 minutes of specific warm-up. So you start warming up the actual muscles that you're going to be using the day. So since with this program it's total body, then you're going to be pretty much warming up most of everything. You can do that with band pull-aparts, band dislocations, leg swings, a slew of other stuff that you can just get the muscles going with. So I think they should have gone to a little bit more detail with that. Then there are a couple exercises that I think people may want to make substitutions with just because they don't necessarily work with them or they're not able to do it due to a limitation. The issue though is that they don't describe how to make those substitutions. That's not one of the questions they ask in their frequently asked questions section. They should have, I think, gone into detail about that. If you find an exercise there that you want to change out and you don't know how to, you're kind of stuck at that point. So I know how to make the right substitution, but a lot of people may not. So I think they should have included that. Okay, so for the final review, I am going to give the program overall an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, the program itself is great. It's very effective. It's safe. You'll get a lot of stimulus out of it. You'll definitely make progress with it. However, with the couple of feedback points that I made, I'm going to have to take that 1.5 off just because I think those are things they should have included with it, along with a few questionable exercises that they included with it that I'm not sure they should have, but I'll leave that to a debate some other time. But other than that, solid program, definitely recommend it. All right, guys, that is my review for Renaissance Periodization, and their gym-free program. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's another program you want me to review, let me know down below. If this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you subscribe as well. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week.